Okay guys, so what do we need to do here now? We need to find these guys' fees, right? So we look at the statement. Okay, again. Now what did we say? There's 3 sections of fees, okay? This one, processing fees, authorization fees, and other fees. It's listed right here, which you can't really see, but we're going to go through this when we do this over the phone and whatnot. Conference calls. Processing, authorization, other fees. So we're going to add all these 3. On here, we'll show you what he pays per transaction and whatnot. Okay? Sometimes you might see a statement and they pay a little less of a transaction than us, but the reality is they're paying a lot more of a percentage, so it really doesn't matter. It all depends on how many transactions they really do. So let's add this up. Fee, $677, 31 cents, $112.80. Authorization fee and other fees, $25 cents. Which includes a statement, other fees. So, his total fees are $795.36. Rounded up, $736. Don't make it too confusing for the customer, okay? 736, excuse me, $736. Alright? So, $736, folks. So now we need to find the true rate. How do we find the true rate? How do we find their percentage of what they're paying? That is correct. It's very simple. You take the fees and you divide it by the total volume. Right? So, if we take the fees, $736, and divide it by the volume, 28,492, equals this guy's true rate. Okay? What is his true rate? His true rate is 2.6%. That's pretty high. 2.6% true rate. Alright? So we're going to put that on here. 2.6% is his true rate. Alright? I've seen a lot higher than that though, folks. So, 2.6%. Look at our rate, 1.69%. Okay? So, 1.69% is our rate. Now, what does true rate mean, folks? That's the average rate that he's been doing. Remember, you have qualified, mid-qualified, non-qualified. Well, if I look at this statement, yeah, this guy does, yep. He's got some reward cards on here. Ooh, yep, he's got a really high reward cards. He's got some non-qualifieds too. Wow. Yeah. Yep. So, that's his average rate between his qualifieds, his mid-qualifieds, reward card, and non-qualified. Card not present, or it's not swiped. Okay? Business and corporate cards are also non-qualified. He takes a lot of those too. So his average is 2.6. That's not very good. Okay, we can do a lot better than that, obviously. So, now what we do is, our rate's 1.69%, right? So here's what we're going to do. It's very, very simple, folks. We're going to take his volume and multiply that by 1.69%. 28,492 times 1.69%. Excuse me. Is $481. So we write that right underneath, folks. $481. Oops. Okay. Plus, he does 20 cents a transaction, right? He did 545 transactions, correct? So, 20 cents times 545 is what? $109, correct? $481 plus 109. Once again, we got the 109. 20 cents times 545. 545 transactions is $109. We got this because 1.69% times the volume is this. Okay, just remember this. It takes a little time. It's okay. Now we're going to add these both. $481 plus $109. It's $590. This plus this is $590. Now what do, folks? We take that. Those would have been our fees for the credit cards, right? So now we take that $590 and we subtract that by $736. Okay? Gives you $146. $146 of savings right there. Okay? Now on to the debit. Now, we're not blowing these numbers out of the water too much, okay? At all, to be quite honest with you. So, basically what's going to happen is you're going to see this debit portion right here. Alright? And what it's going to come out to be is you're looking at probably the average person is going to use more than 25% debit, but we don't want to blow the numbers out of the water. Probably around 40%. The reason we have our debit here is because we're saying that, look, out of all your customers, 25% of them are going to use a debit card. And our flat rate debit program, sir, is only 25 cents. That's it. That's it. Flat rate debit, 25 cents. Put the PIN pad in there and you're done.